it happened. Something that I feared of happening happened last week. I sent a referral out to an agent months ago, and my own fault. I made the connection first to make sure the client was taken care of, and I put it in my notes to send the referral paperwork out later. And lucky for me, business was going so well at the time that I let this one slip. I never sent out the referral form. And I found out because I was scrubbing through all of my 2022 transactions. I saw this referral and my heart dropped, right? Like, I never sent the paperwork out. So I texted the group chat that I have with the agent and the client, the buyer client, and I asked how the transaction went. No response. So I texted each individually. That's when I got the response. The agent texted me back saying it closed last month. I called him right away. And I said, I cannot believe I didn't send the paperwork out. Is there a way that we can work something out? He said, I tried to get a hold of you, but I couldn't find your name or your number anywhere. I said, we have this group chat and the text in the thread agreeing to the referral. He said, I never bothered to save your number. And even my broker tried looking for you and we couldn't find you. So I'm not going to pay you. I said, really? I sent you this referral because you were prior Air Force and this client was Air Force. And paperwork or not, I did send you a client, and if roles were reversed, I would make sure that I would work with integrity, being that integrity is like the number one of 3 core values for the Air Force, and I would do the right thing. I told him that I wanted this to be a long working relationship because I work at an Air Force base nearby one. I found the client through an Air Force forum, a large one, and this agent is located near Barksdale Air Force Base, like Bossier City, Louisiana. And he has a good marketing presence. He has one of the most popular YouTube videos when you search Bossier, Louisiana. He said, well, it's your fault. You didn't send the paperwork out, so I'm not paying you. So I'm curious, realtors, what would you do if this was you? I know I messed up. I never sent the paperwork out. I never followed up. From this, I have 4 lessons to share with you. Number 1, do not make any connections between clients and realtors until after the paperwork has been signed by all 4 parties. It seems so obvious and so simple, but it's hard to implement sometimes. But I'm like, no, implement this, because sometimes things will come up. Like you found a client that's super hot, ready to go, needs to be connected to a realtor right away. You'll do the paperwork on the back end, right? No, which leads me to number 2, lesson number 2. No matter how busy you are, follow up. Schedule hours, like a chunk of 2 hours in your calendar every single month to follow up, go through all of the referrals that you have sent out to make sure things are going smoothly, that the client is being taken care of, that the paperwork has been filled out and signed by all 4 parties. And if you're too busy, hire it out. Lesson number 3, just because a realtor appears to have a great marketing presence doesn't mean they're a good person or a good agent. And number 4, if you don't already have a living document that you keep to yourself of people that you do not do business with, agents, vendors, clients that you do not work with, that you will not work with, start one now. Do not rely on your memory years from now to remember who you worked with that you didn't have a good experience with, or worse, who your client worked with that they didn't like. Write down his name, email, number, brokerage, and the reason as to why you will never work with them again. Don't make the same mistake I did.